Good day, everyone. Today I'm about to do a quick tutorial in order to explain what one of us asked me to do for him, especially to explain more about scale in music. That is finding it difficult to understand much about it. I have done it before, you can go and watch it, but let me do a quick one to analyze what scale is all about. First one, scale is
ABCD of self annotations.
buy your own
ABCD
now
of self annotations.
and testify.
ABCD of self annotations.
Patronize this book
ABCD of self
and you'll be happy learning music.
ABCD of self annotations. ABCD of self annotations.
A series of notes arranged in sequence, ascending or descending, that are used in music, in composition of song and other things. They are just series of notes we use in composing, series of tone that are arranged ascending or descending. So you make use of music tones to compose music. That is the essence of studying your scale, the tones, studying the tones. So there are words you need to understand before we dive into this. Number one is tone. What is tone? Two is semitone. If you understand these two terms, it will help you to understand when we are saying semitone, a tone, and other things. Okay, a tone is a specific sound. It is characterized by its duration, pitch, intensity, and timbre, and other things. By duration, how long it can last. By pitch, how high or low. Intensity deals with the softness or how loud it is. The timbre, the color, and the other things. But just know that tone is a sound, but it is classified by many things. It is the building blocks of melodies. The combination of tones makes it melodious, harmonious, and other things. So, but this tone, there is this classification whereby it is classified as many levels. But what will help us to understand it is that in scale makes use of tone, but in scale we have chromatic scale, we have diatonic scale, and we also have pentatonic scale. In this tutorial, I'm going to define them one after the other using a staircase or a ladder. Chromatic scale, they move by half steps. What it means is that if there is a sound here, there will be a sound here. They move by each step. They move each step. That is how they move. Just like somebody climbing a step one after the other. They move by half step. For you to make a tone, in chromatical scale, you move them by each steps. But in diatonic scale, for you to make a tone, you move by two of it is a tone. You climb by another two is a tone. You'll be jumping it a tone. But there is a exception, especially in mi and fa. For you to move from mi to fa, there is exception. There is a half step again. So when they say half step or semitone, what it means is that in chromatical scale it moves by half, which is semitone. But in diatonic scale, they move by a tone is made up of the level 1 and level 2 makes up a tone. So half of it, just like this is a tone, so half of it is what we know as semitone, just like a circle, semicircle. Do you understand? Semitone or semicircle. Do you understand it? So half of a tone is a semitone, half of a circle is a semicircle. So what makes a tone is this plus this, then combine it together, it makes a tone. So that is how to understand it. Okay, but in pentatonic scale there are 5 notes only. In diatonic scale there are 7 notes. Then they move up and down, up and down, up. They move by their. And another word you should understand is what we call octave, the levels, the grouping of the levels of the tone of the human voice, classifying it with human voice. So, but we are not going to that before. You can go and watch my previous video on one where I explain all these things. But what you need to know is this: for you to get a tone in diatonic scale, you need to count 1 2 1 2 1 2. It moves as a, except mi to fa, just like when you have do re mi fa sol la ti. This one is a beginning of another one, sure you know, the upper octave or the lower, but we are concentrating on this to this. So before the scale is, if do starts here, for you to get the next tone, because it's a diatonic scale, diatonic, what it means, 2 tones. Because in chromatical scale a tone is just half, so 2 of the tone of chromatic makes a 1 in diatonic scale. So that is the thing. So for you to get from do to re, you count one, you don't count where you start. So after this you count 1 2, the second one becomes re. Do you understand this? So do, if this is do, you jump a move like this and go to the next one, which is re. Then for you to go to mi, re to mi, you count 1 2 again. This is mi. For you, the exception comes here. From here to here there is no gap, so the next one is fa. After the fa, from fa to so there is a gap, so you count 1 2. This is so, 1 2 la, and keep on counting it until you get to where you are going. But between ti to do there is only half a step. You can also use a ladder to define this very well, and so on. So if this is the beginning, if this one is the do, for you to get re, you count 1 2 re. This is diatonic, mi, 1 2 mi. Then after mi, the next one becomes fa. After fa, 1 2 becomes so, 1 2 becomes la, 1 2 becomes ti, and after ti the next one becomes do, but it's do upper, because if you want to count another ti from here, from the lower one, if you want to count another ti from the lower one, what you do is that you add another steps, and that step that it becomes ti, but is lower. For you to get la again, you count down. After ti, 1 2, you get la. So that is how it works. So if here, from here to here is called diatonic. Diatonic. Do you understand this? This is diatonic scale. The only way there is exception is mi to fa, because there is half step, and ti to do, because there is half step. Do you understand it? But in chromatic scale, chromatic scale, in chromatic scale, the
ABCD of self-annotations.
by your own
ABCD
now
of self-annotations.
and testify.
ABCD of self-annotations.
Patronize this book
ABCD of
and you'll be
self-annotations.
happy learning music.
ABCD of self-annotations. ABCD of self-annotations.
In chromatic scale, there is only half step. So If this is do, this is D, this is re, this is re, this is mi, this is fa, after fa V, then so, Z, la, li, ti, and do. So if in chromatic, all of them has something to do. And if you want to play it now, let's use key C. So do or mm, 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 mm. Do you understand it? So scale is like a building block of sounds. So the only thing you need to know is that you need to learn how they sound, both this and this, both this and this. If you want to learn this one, you need to learn it by hearing it from someone, listening to someone, or playing it. You can go to your phone and type piano. This is how to practice singing with your phone. First of all, go to your Play Store. Then you type Piano Companion. It will come out, allow you to install. After downloading, allow you to install very well. Then the installation, when it is over, open it. Then click on piano. It will pop up something like this. You shift that place to get to C4 at the middle. Once C4 is at the middle and the last thing is C3, then C4 is do, D4 is re, E is mi, fa is F, G is so, A is la, C is B, and bring it and be learning it like that. So that is how to learn it. You learn it by listening to people sing it or listening to where it is played. You can go to my YouTube and search scale drill. You will see many of them, how to learn those tones. So that is the thing. But there is a word that can help you. Is a Igbo word, but kedu, 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 kedu. It can help you to learn the chromatical scale very well. If you want to learn chromatical scale, kedu, 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 kedu. Do you understand? Kedu, kedu. Do you understand it? Kedu, 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 kedu. It can help you. But apart from that one, this is do, re, do, re. So that is why it is called duration, from here to here. The duration from here to here. This one is de, do, kedu, do, re, kedu. And this one do, re, kedu. You see this one do, re, kedu. So there is much gap in this. You need to learn it by listening to people singing it. Okay, even in guitar, you also have this in guitar. When you have your guitar, so if the beginning, if here is E, This place is E. So let's call it Do. If you jump, play this one, if you play the open string, that is Do of key E. Then if you hold it, it is D. If you play this one, it is Re. If you hold this one, it is what? Re. Chromatically. Do you understand it? And after that, if you play this one, Mi. If you hold this one, then Fa. Then here is So, V. But if you want to do it in what? In diatonic scale, then these ones will be out, because there is a search from Mi to Fa is always the same. Then you have So here, Fa, you jump this one, So. Do you understand? Then if this Re becomes Do, that is how those things. If this Re now becomes Do, do you understand? If you hold your hand, if here is open string is E, then if you press this in, this one will become F. Do you understand? In key naming F, and here will become what? F sharp. So if this F sharp is Do, then what you do now is you jump this one, which is the Re of chromatical scale, and play the Re here, and jump this one, play the Mi. After Mi, the next one is Fa. It is like that in all these things. Do you understand? So that is how those things work. So even if you touch this string again, it has its own this thing. Like in lead guitar, you have do you understand? Then here becomes A. The open string becomes A. Then you have A flat when you touch this one. So if this is A flat, if this is A open string, then if you touch this one, A flat, and that is where the Do starts. So if you play it Do, you leave this one, this is the Re, leave this one, this is the Mi. After Mi, this is the Fa. Do you understand it? So that is how all of them works. And if you are counting the keys, if this one is B, B and C are closer. If you are doing it like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So what you have now, if this is B, this is C, and this will not be C, D, because between C and D there is a sharp. This is C sharp, so this is D. Between D and E there is a sharp. This is this, and this is E. Do you understand it? So that is how it works. If you don't know how about keys, you can go to my previous video and also browse about them. And after that, you have, after E, immediately there is F. Do you understand? There is key F. So that is how it works. Even if you are writing this key again, this is E. After E, the next one is F. After F, the next one is what? F sharp. After F sharp, you have G. After G, you have what? G sharp. After G sharp, you have A. And after A, you jump, have B. So that is how, even if this one say G, G sharp, you have another what? After G sharp, you have A. Do you understand? After A, you gave gap, you have, this is B, A sharp, which you will not write anything. If you are writing it, then this one is what? This one is B. After B, the next one is C, because B and C are closer. B and C are closer, and the next one that is closer is E and F. Even if you are continuing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you start another A. That is how it is. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, E. You keep on going up. So that is how keys are being set, both in keys and also in getting the sulfur notation. So if you want to get the sulfur notation of D, just once you write the do, you leave this one. The E is re, leave this one. F sharp is mi of key D. So the same method. That is why guitar is also easy to play, but it's hard when you're playing the chords. But if you understand the mechanism of scale, it will help you much. So that is all about tone and semitone. In pentatonic scale, the only thing different is that you will not play this one. This one is out. In pentatonic scale, you have do, re, mi, sol, la. In pentatonic scale, do you understand? Pentatonic scale, you have do, re, mi, sol, la, do, re, mi, sol, la, do, re, mi, sol, la. So you keep on having do, re, mi, sol, la, do, mi. Do you understand this? That is the three scales that you start as a beginner. Then this is called semitone. Semitone. So if somebody asks you about semitone, which means it is half of a tone. If this is diatonic scale, it is half of this do, then re, half of, semitone is here. Do you understand? That is what we call semitone. Like what I told you in chromatic scale, you have semitone throughout, and diatonic scale is only where you have semitone is because mi and fa is half step, ti and do is half step. So the formula for this diatonic scale is, we call it tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. That is the formula. And the formula for semitone for this is half, 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 half. Do you understand? Half step, 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 half step. So it's half step or SSS showing semitone. That's how it works. Okay. But if it is pentatonic scale, if you start from this, you have la, you have tone plus whole plus half. Do you understand? Whole plus half, because from la to do, you have a whole plus half. You have, after that, you have whole. Do you understand? You may not understand what I'm saying, but it's just like that. Do you understand? Whole plus half, you get do. Whole, you get re. Mi, you get re. From mi now, you get whole plus half again, and get from so to this thing, you get another whole. But this is a lesson for another day. Whole is just do to re. For before you get to do, la, if you use it la, or you carry this thing now and put here whole plus half to re, because you don't count the where you are beginning. So for you to get re, if this is do, for you to get re, you move. For you to get mi, you move tone from mi to sol, because there is no fa in pentatonic scale. For you, you get what? Tone and half. Do you understand? From mi, this 1 2 tone, then you count half, which is what? So for you to get la, the same thing. Okay. Then after getting whole plus half, after getting from here to here is tone. See, it's whole note. So you get la. Then from la to do, which is something like this, but this one will be up because we didn't find it behind before getting this one. So you have whole plus half, which is whole note. Whole note plus half means something like this again. it is there in La to Do, then you have it as whole plus half. You have Do. I hope you're understanding it. Okay, if you want to calculate it with this, for you to get Re from Do in diatonic scale, Do come to Re, 1 to Mi. Do you understand? But from Mi to So, you see it. You count 1 2 plus another half, 1 2 3, which is whole plus. This is 1 2 3. Do you understand? So for you to get So to La, it is whole note again. After So, 1 2, you get La. For you to get to Do, La to Do, you get count 1 2 3. That is whole plus half. I have explained this scale enough. Please, you need to go and understand it. What is important is that you start singing diatonic scale. Do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re do. After do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re do re mi fa sol la ti la sol fa mi re do. Start learning it. I have more videos on this before, so I just want to explain how scale is being built. I know this video is becoming longer, pardon me. Okay, that is the end of this video. Thank you and God bless you.